How can we care for our lakes and rivers in the face of disturbances, surprises, and uncertainty? Resilience. Think of resilience as the ability of a system, be it a person, a lake, a community, or a watershed, to deal with change and still continue to thrive. By focusing on resilience, we can avoid the trap of always trying to achieve a romanticized version of what the world should be. Nature is dynamic, and change happens when we least expect it. Resilience implies that the things we need from nature and communities will still be there despite change.
What does resilience actually mean when it is put into practice? Here are 7 principles that help describe resilience thinking in action. Principle 1. Maintain diversity and redundancy. Systems with many different parts, whether species, people, or knowledge sources, are generally more resilient than systems with few parts. In a shoreline planting, a diverse group of plants will be far more resilient. This approach also encourages intentional redundancy as a form of insurance. Planting several of your favorite native flowers promotes their survival in the face of hungry deer or finicky weather.
Principle 2. Manage connectivity. Connectivity can be both good and bad. Well-connected systems can recover from disturbances more quickly, but overly connected systems can allow problems to spread. Rainwater moving too quickly across the land carries soil, nutrients, and other pollutants directly to our waterways. We are better off promoting slow connectivity through groundwater, and this is easily accomplished with rain gardens. These beautiful gardens capture and filter water, allowing it to soak into the ground slowly, eliminating erosion and downstream pollution. They also provide habitat for our winged neighbors.
Principle 3. Manage slow variables and feedbacks. Surface water quality is linked to slowly changing variables such as the nutrients in the soils throughout the watershed. If we apply excess fertilizers to the land or cause runoff to flush nutrient-rich soil to the lake, the water's nutrient concentration will increase. Healthy lakes and rivers are resilient. They can tolerate a certain level of nutrient pollution, but too much pollution can flip a switch. Overabundant nutrients fuels fast algae growth, smothering aquatic plants, rocks, and other objects in the water. This situation can feed itself, recycling nutrients, allowing algae to increase and dominate. Rain gardens, healthy shoreline vegetation, and minimizing fertilizer are all great ways to reduce nutrient pollution.
Principle 4. Foster complex adaptive systems thinking. Simple descriptions of people and nature are rarely accurate. Nature, including humans, is complex and ever-changing. Our thinking also needs to be complex and adaptive. We must accept unpredictability and uncertainty and consider a variety of ideas and perspectives. The Wisconsin Think Water Project is an example of people using complex adaptive systems thinking to manage lakes, rivers, and watersheds. This project mapped out a shared understanding of how local organizations provide critical resources to restore and protect lakes and landscapes. It has fueled the partnership's efforts to help local groups understand and increase their capacity. We continue to learn new things about capacity building and group effectiveness, and applying these lessons leads to better strategies to tackle water challenges.
Principle 5. Encourage learning. The complex systems of people and nature are always changing, creating a constant need to revise existing knowledge and stimulate learning. Every year, the Wisconsin Lakes and Rivers Convention brings together hundreds of lake and river stakeholders, resource managers, researchers, and educators to share knowledge and ideas. We develop new questions to explore as we look to protect in partnership our legacy of Wisconsin waters. We rely on you, the people who attend the convention, to return home and share what you've learned. This amplification of learning dramatically increases the value of our shared time and conversations at this annual gathering.
Principle 6. Broaden participation. There are major advantages to fostering broad and deep participation in water resource management decisions. We all have a stake in clean, healthy waters. An informed and well-functioning partnership can build trust and foster a shared understanding. Both are fundamental ingredients for collective action. This past year, hundreds of Wisconsinites participated in hearings across the state as part of the Speaker's Task Force on Water Quality. They ranged from people concerned about lead in their city's water system to farmers seeking support to try out new conservation practices to anglers and swimmers concerned about harmful algae blooms. This broad base of support helps elected lawmakers take actions to enact the task force's recommendations.
Principle 7. Promote polycentric governance. Systems of polycentric governance feature many governing bodies interacting to address problems. This approach is one of the best ways to achieve collective action in the face of disturbance and change. It fosters flexible solutions and self-organization at times when more formal and centralized approaches seem to fail. The Wisconsin Lakes Partnership was conceived as a polycentric governance system. It is robust because there are many parts of the partnership operating at different scales, all at the same time. There are hundreds of local water groups tackling challenges across thousands of lakes and rivers. They were found in all 72 counties, distributed across dozens of watersheds and several major basins in Wisconsin. County departments, regional partners, and statewide organizations such as Wisconsin Lakes, River Alliance, UW Extension, and the Department of Natural Resources provide support to these local groups on a wide scale. A key to successful polycentric governance is to keep the network together and maintain a tight structure, one that goes beyond information sharing and ad hoc collaboration. The DNR's development of new water protection and AIS prevention contracts through counties in 2020 is an example of formalizing polycentric collaboration in the spirit of resilience.
Taken together, these principles are well reflected in our partnership, but there is work to do. We need to better align monitoring across streams, rivers, lakes, and wetlands. We need to showcase more examples of watershed protection and restoration that yield positive lake and river outcomes. And we need to continue broadening our participation. Talk to your friends and neighbors about protecting our waters and invite them into the discussion. Let's make healthy waters together.